Hi, it's Di Hill, transformational coach. How are you? What do you do when things fall apart? I want you to be really honest with yourself and go within and really fess up to what it is you do when things fall apart. We've all been there. And if I tell you the year that I have had the most challenging year of my life. One of my dearest friends passed away suddenly, age 43, leaving three children who are my children's best friends. I then had a situation where the house that we moved into was sold behind the scenes, and we don't know where we're going to live. I've had visa situations in the country that I live in, and so we can't even leave the country at the moment because we don't know when we're going to get new visas. Um, my personal life and my marriage has been pushed to the max as we have had to navigate sort of family, I'm not going to call it chaos or crisis, but just very challenging situations. Up until a week ago, two out of the three children that I have didn't have high schools to go to. So it's been a very challenging situation over the last, let's call it 13, 14 months ago. And what I really want to talk about today is to teach you the one thing that I have found that has been the most incredible, cathartic, transformative way of being to help navigate these situations. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, real life is always going to throw curveballs at us. We think that at some point, going on a spiritual journey, coming home to ourselves, like, where is this peace? Where is this incredible life that everyone's been promising me that's somewhere out there in this kind of fantasy world? Listen, that is never going to come unless we actually accept the fact that life is going to throw this stuff at us. It's part of the experience of life. Life isn't this kind of like picture perfect, kind of panacea of, perfection. We have lots going on in life, but it's about how you navigate it. But before I tell you and share with you that one thing that really, really will change everything, I want to give you my real 5 top tips for you to be able to navigate, be able to manage when life does throw stuff at you, because it's going to. Okay. And yes, I'm all about teaching how you manifest your best life, how you lean into the art and flow of being who you're always designed to be. But part of that is being able to build the resilience, understand what's going on, not get drawn into the chaos, so your vibe can remain high. Okay, so my first top tip is really not to rank your suffering. I see this time and time again with my clients. I see it online, I see it on social media about how people really do feel that they shouldn't be um, really being bothered or, sort of blindsided when things do come along. So do not rank your suffering. What you're personally going through is unique to you, and what you can cope with and what you're able to manage is also completely unique to you and your own experience of life. So don't rank it just because there's people in the world with far less than you going through perceived more challenging circumstances. Doesn't mean to say that your personal situation ranks any less. So don't push it down, don't suppress it, don't tell yourself you're just going to let it go. If you actually have a physiological, emotive response to a situation, then it's important for you to actually not distract yourself. Don't go and just think happy thoughts all the time, but actually appreciate what's going on and allow yourself to fully feel the feelings. Okay, so that's the first thing. So do not rank your suffering. Okay, that's first. The next one is to really practice some mindfulness. Please take a breath. Please come back to the present moment. And the easiest way of you being really present is to concentrate on your breath, that gift of life that you just keep taking and taking every single moment that's available to you. Concentrate on your breath and do not go into future anxiety. We like to try and control everything. Humans, we like to try and know exactly how things look, how things are going to unfold, what it's going to look like. But listen, that is going to send you into a total tailspin, especially when you feel like things are out of your control. Because ultimately, when we feel that things are out of our control, we kind of try and sort of force situations and force how it has to look. And it creates this anxiety in us. Now, that's just living from a place of fear. It's living from you trying not to lose control. But key thing here is that you cannot control the future through your emotions and your feelings. Okay, the future never comes, but, and this is important, your brain, your subconscious does not know the difference between the past, the present, and the future. So if you sit in that space of freaking out about the future, your brain will start operating as if that's actually happening. So if you start catastrophizing, if you start freaking out about how it looks and all the uncertainty, you are going to create a very miserable day-to-day life. So bring yourself back to the present, bring yourself back to a place of what's really going on right now. Is the catastrophe that I'm telling myself actually going to happen? Probably not. Okay. In fact, I'm going to go as far as saying definitely not. Okay. Because your brain is there to keep you safe. Your subconscious job is to keep you safe, not happy. So it's going to tell you the most ridiculous stories. So you stay in a place of feeling stuck and small and disempowered. So you've got to remind yourself it's not truth. And actually, the only thing that's happening right at this present moment in time is the present. And the easiest way of you doing that is to be able to concentrate on your breath and just really bring yourself back towards yourself so you can stay present and not go into future story. Okay, so that's top tip number 2. My next tip is, somewhat controversial, but I think we are starting to move into a new world of thinking about how it's actually okay to feel our true feelings. So if you are feel scared, if you are feel anxious, if you're feeling uncertain, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling frustrated or really kind of, just really fearful when things are falling apart, allow yourself to feel those feelings. Your emotions start feeling heard and healed the moment they are heard. So allow yourself to feel them, even if it's really uncomfortable. Do not be scared of feeling your emotions. Okay, they are not you. Your emotions are just energy in motion. Allow yourself to sit in them. Allow yourself to feel them. Your emotions are, when you feel an emotion, it's a chemical cycle that happens within your body. They are meant to be fully felt, processed, and released. When you stop yourself fully feeling them, that's where the problems come from, because then you're suppressing your emotions and they're still in your body, getting in the way of you feeling fantastic, feeling happy, living in that high vibe place. So allow yourself to feel them, even if they're really low vibe ones. So you can do this in a different manner. You can do journaling and really get your feelings out that way. You can sit in them and allow those feelings to come up, and you will notice how it is just a temporary feeling. Allow, even if it means you cry or getting angry, but allow yourself to fully feel them, probably in a private space, and let them pass. Or my personal favorite, which has been absolutely life transforming for me, is to allow them to be to tap it out and to work on those energy points in the body where you're fully expressing how you're really feeling whilst you're tapping. This is what I teach every single week. It's what I teach my clients, how to tap and really allow those feelings to be fully felt, processed, and released. And once you start doing this, you are going to start feeling incredible and far more at peace with what's going on, even if you really feel like it's all falling apart. Okay, number 4. Okay, and this is a huge one. Being able to sit in that future kind of vision of you, of being at peace. And knowing that no amount of like needing to control is actually going to change the future outcome. This is a very, very powerful place to be, where you can start really kind of being a disruptor. So instead of kind of giving into thought processes, giving into emotions that are coming along, you can actually practice some self-awareness in the moment and say, hold on, what's going on? And the more you kind of scratch the needle on the record and get in the way of those automatic thought processes fueling those low vibe feelings, those scary, fearful feelings, the more you'll start feeling sort of sense of peace and that things aren't actually falling apart. It's a practice, but being able to practice radical self-awareness is absolutely huge. And then lastly, again, I suppose this really like connects with self-awareness, is knowing that our brains hate uncertainty. We are not designed to go on in this sort of unpredictable, unfamiliar, uncertain way of being. It's going to trigger you on all levels, but it's just being aware of it. So when I should say, when you are feeling a lot of uncertainty, instead of kind of sitting in it being like a bit of a rabbit caught in the headlights, look to see where you can actually apply some certainty, even if it's in really small pockets of your life. Where is your life really certain? You know, such as, I don't know, you get up every single day and you go to work, and you know your kids you know, they do these extra activities on this day, or you always go to the gym on a Monday, or you know, you always see this friend on a Thursday evening. Where are you experiencing certainty? And just again, putting yourself in that place so you can start feeling a bit of a release from this future anxiety, and just bringing you back to that really peaceful present moment. And that one thing that I have had to do this year more than ever before, the one thing that has radically changed my life in order to manage any situation, whether things are massively falling apart or they're just situations that you still just don't have a handle on, it's to trust. It's to sit in that incredible place of trust and surrender, and reminding yourself that it's always, always, always working out for your highest good. Ask yourself, when was the last time that stressing yourself actually resulted in a solution? It's not going to change the outcome. There is 0 point in attaching any negative charge to situations which feel that they are out of your control. But being able to take yourself back to a place of trust, back to a place of acceptance of what is, and just being able to practice some mindfulness, being very self-aware of what's going on, is a very, very, very powerful place to be. I've never had to trust as much as I have done this year. And it's such a beautiful place, because you're no longer being triggered by external events. Instead, you feel such internal peace that you are just in a place of acceptance that everything is always working out for its highest good. And when you can sit in that place and things are falling apart, or you perceive them to be, you just let life unfold. You let life flow the way it should be. And it's going to bring you that kind of inner balance, that kind of no longer being swayed by the external world. You have such a steadfast energy about you that you can absolutely get through anything. So I really hope that you found this video useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye for now. Bye.